We are in the Jeju Car Museum, but you know what? What's interesting, when we came through the gate, we bought the tickets and we got carrots. Exactly. Why? Well, let's find out. Some of the cars are inside, some of them are outside, but these beauties are already saying hello just next to the entrance. So based on the map we see right now, this place seems to be huge. There are parts for the museum, area that kids can ride, but I also want to ride. There's an area for the animals, then some viewing platforms and flower garden. So many things in this place is not only for cars.
먹을 거야? 너무 무섭다.
That's the reason they gave us carrots. There are deers running around here. They smelled the carrots right away when we came here. They're chasing us right now, and Kayong is a little bit scared of them. Well, to be honest, they seem to be a little bit aggressive because they know they smell the carrots, so they come to you. And let's feed them more. As you can see, my friends are here. Actually, they're not that aggressive. I thought they're gonna go and chase us around. What are you doing? Not meant for kids. It's a good surprise. You have deers, you have cars. They have also the British double-decker buses here, seen commonly from London, and it is a real one. This specific bus was built in 1967. It's a fun place for everybody, not only for kids. Even I can drive around. We have a nice Cadillac Eldorado here, but it's so freaking long because our car is a small Chevrolet Spark, and this one is basically 3 of our cars put together. It's so freaking long, but it looks so cool. Next to the Cadillac you have the British Morris. It's so small and so round. The Morris was built in the 50s and the Cadillac is from 75. This huge monstrosity behind me is a Buick from 1960. Just look at this. I mean, the grill looks like it wants to eat you. It's so mean. I think this is one of the cars that was built during the space race in the 60s, I would say, because it looks like a spaceship. Also have those lines that was supposed to represent spaceships. I kind of feel like the width of the car is as big as our Spark at the moment. This one I suppose has only 1 gear power, not even 1 horsepower. Hi, what's up? Taxi!
그러면 사람들은 촛불을 내는 데에만 집중합니다. 중요한 것은 촛불이 아니라 방향입니다.
Wanna hop on?
No.
No?
No.
When I was young, then this Dodge was one of the cars I used to practice drawing. It's so cool to see now this car live because I've only seen this on pictures.
So this Dutch model is obviously even a gentleman can drive, because look at this design, look at this color. It's made for gentlemen.
Obviously not for me. Would you like to have wooden rims? I mean, it looks cool, a little bit medieval, but looks so cool. This one is an old but beautiful fire truck built in 1949. This cowboy behind me should represent John Wayne. And does it mean that this was John Wayne's car? I don't know. But maybe this was the car John Wayne rode. one of the reasons I wanted to come to this museum. Oh, it's one of the most beautiful cars ever made. The Mercedes-Benz School Week. I had a motor car when I was young. I had a big motor car. I remember this, and this was the reason I wanted to come here, just to see this. Again, badass and beautiful car. This car for Mercedes-Benz was one of the most successful race car, and when they made the race car for the road, they really didn't change that much. So everybody who back in the day who bought this car was basically a race driver, but of course you had to have the skills, so there were a lot of accidents, but still, this car. Oof. So if you wish so, you can send me money, so maybe I can find a car like this and buy one. Look at this BMW. It was made for kids, but to be honest, it would be so nice to have this car right now and just go around in Jeju. As you can see, it's a convertible, and so perfect size to go to all the narrow alleys, and or maybe with this Bugatti. Unbelievable, one guy owns all of these cars that you have seen. Look at this row of really old cars. Many of them are from the 20s. Everything in this row, so old, so precious, so valuable. And how did you get them to Jeju? How? So when we started from the front row, they had cars from the beginning of the century up to the 20s. This section seems to be cars from the 40s up to 50s. They are all so massive when you see them on your own. I've seen them in the movies. I never seen them with my own eyes. It's impossible to drive those cars in Korea. They're just so big. Imagine maneuvering with those back streets with those gigantic, they really look like more like trucks, proper trucks, but they're just everyday cars. This shows like how wide the roads in America have to be. This Cadillac Fleetwood used to be the car of one of the first Korean presidents. Many of you probably know this car. This is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. But what is different? Well, obviously they have a yellow version of the DeLorean. And Doc is in the car, only Marty is missing. The rows of cars keep continuing. Right now, we made it to the 60s and end of 50s era. Again, cars are longer than before, but beautiful and huge. So let's go and have a look. Car is insane. How many cars can one man have? The row continues. You can see the beautiful old Mercedeses. And we just saw the plan. There's also a sports car section. But my eyes are enjoying it. And if you get tired by seeing all the cars, just take a break, get some ice cream, or there's also some food if you wish to have something. This place does not only have fancy cars, but damn fancy pianos. These things look like also the highest level, most expensive pianos that I've ever seen. So much design. Let's talk. Let's have a look.
Do you want to have a golden piano? No problem.
Only $9.99. The piano of Lamborghini, Ferrari. This one, it must be the most exquisite, expensive piano in this room. It was done by a really famous American company, but what is more impressive that the famous artist Rodin carved many of those things you can see on the piano. and on the top you can see the Dante's Inferno story on the top. This piano has so much character. It's so crazy. It's like every corner, everywhere you see something new. There's a story. There's something carved. It's mind blowing. And it also probably costs a pretty penny. As it was with the cars, it's the same with the pianos. There's long rooms filled with expensive, high-class and vintage pianos. You can see it goes all the way to the other side of the room and continues at the other side. Cars and pianos. Who would have known? Who would have known? Yet another of my dream cars. This is Lamborghini Countach, and again I had a nice red model car when I was young, and seeing this with my own eyes again, this is the first time I'm actually seeing it with my own eyes. So cool. And I never thought, I knew it was white, but I didn't know the car is so white. And also when you look at it from the front, it really looks like a futuristic spaceship. So cool. Of course, this place doesn't only have expensive cars, old cars, but they also have a small selection of Korean car history. For example, if you see this white car, it's called Bonnie. And Kayong told me that back in the day, almost everybody used to have this car. So it was so popular, so many models were produced. I haven't seen any on the streets because they're probably all gone to the dumpster, but this there is a piece of Korean car history. And what is interesting also, Korea used to do collaboration with Ford. So for example, this Ford that you can see was also built in Korea. Even the bathrooms in this place are so grandiose. They had golden toilet paper holders. I mean, if you have pianos like this around here, you also have a matching toilet for it. When you have kids, you can also take your kids for a drive. I actually wanted to go for a drive, but there were too many kids ahead, so I let them go. I'm gonna go now drive an actual car. This mister next to me is the one and only owner of this whole area, this museum, and owner of all the cars you've seen. Cars behind, the cars there, he is the owner. And the collector. From all the places we've seen today, I have to say, this was my favorite, also Kayang's favorite. The ticket was only 10,000 won, but you get so much. You can see all the beautiful cars, the amazing pianos, and there are animals, you can drive around with the small electric cars. It's just amazing. I love this place. Please, when you come to Jeju, you have to come here and visit. There are also not so many people here, because when we just came from Mosolok tea place, it was packed, but here, plenty of room for parking. It's really calm there, and thumbs up. Me and Kayang both love it.